in life, we can only take ideas and suggestions to improve. Mm-hmm. But you cannot ever copy anyone. It is a big mistake because you have to find out how your mind operates. You have to find out how your body operates. I mean, it would be a mistake for me to copy exactly Frank Zane's training or Franco Columbu's training. Franco did only 10 sets of thighs because his thighs got big very, very quickly. And I had this long thighs, and I had to do much more. So everyone trained differently. So the idea to tell someone, here's what you do for bench press, this is what you do for chest, this is what you do for back. These are the ideas to say, this exercise hits the lower lats. This exercise hits the upper lats. This exercise hits the center of the back. When you row back, this gets the center. So the more you hold it back there, the more you develop the muscles in the back. And this is how you develop the lower back, by doing good morning exercise with the dumbbell, the barbell, and behind your neck and all that stuff. So you can give people this idea, but then how many sets and how many reps to do for each one of them? They have to figure that out because everybody has weak points. And everyone's weak points are different. Mm-hmm. Mine was always, it was hard to get the tricep or to get thighs. So for Franco, it was hard to get the longer bicep. He was at the short bicep, the longer bicep, and to get the outer calves. And he never straighten out his bow legs and stuff like that. So everyone had their weak points, so you had to kind of get exercises for the inner thigh to make it visually appear not as bow-legged, but more straight. And the way he posed. So we have to, every situation is different. And so this is the important thing is, an end is like you have an idea, you give people an idea of how to train for every single area of the body. But then you have to then you give them suggestions how many sets, but then they have to figure it out themselves. It's like I was at Vince's gym in the valley, and I said to Vince, why are you doing this stupid exercise? I was like lying on a bench, and he had a dumbbell here, and he was going out like this. I said, what the fuck is that? And he says, try it. So I tried it, and he says, how many sets did you do? I said, 5. And he says, no, you got to try it 20 sets, 20 reps, because then you would know tomorrow which part of your tricep hurts. So I did 20 sets, 20 reps, like an idiot, both sides. And the next day, this muscle here, the tricep that separates the back from the bicep, was like twitching and going absolutely crazy. So now I knew that is what it is for. I never knew. After all the years and winning Mr. Universe twice and all this stuff, I was training over there, I did not know that. So it just shows to you that we do exercises and exercises and exercises, but we don't know exactly for which part it really works. And your bone structure will tell you that. So this is why you have to experiment with your own body. You got to go and do some days your squats with your toes pointed out, very close together, further apart, and do 20 sets of 20 reps, and then you would know the next day where it hurts.
Yeah, you will.
It's almost kind of like a Leonardo da Vinci where you dissect and go into the minute details and be kind of a lab technician and try to figure out your own body rather than just copying. Yeah. So this is what I always say to people. I say, you got to figure out your own body, and everyone has to do something that makes some changes or some little alteration. Yeah, there are basic things that are the same. Yeah. But I mean, it's like, how many people don't know that your bicep gets developed by not only curling, but also turning the wrists. So what I did was I ended up putting more weight on the inside than on the outside. So that when I curl up like that, it was really hard to get this dumbbell in here because this weight was weighing down, and I was kind of like putting it in, and it cramped my bicep. I said, son of a bitch, I'm having such a cramp, I have to straighten it out right away, and all that stuff. So most people don't know that.
Yeah.
So this is the little subtle things that you have to give people. And the same is also with what motivates you to function well and to be happy and to be successful and to be fulfilled and all of that stuff. You got to figure that out, what makes you tick. You know, yes, there's some basic rules. You can read my book here and all of that stuff, but it's still not everything. There's still things that you have to figure out for yourself in order to really get good at things and really reach your potential and reach all of your goals. That is the bottom line.
Whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's trying to find out what you're going to do with your life, how you're going to become happy, how you're going to become successful. Sure, there's guidelines you can follow in this book, in other books, but you're going to have to make adjustments to make it work for you. That's what we have to do.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. That's the bottom line.